Are you ready to answer?
No, but let's do it.
Okay. The first question is, what does your QC process look like before a gun leaves the bench?
So a QC process looks like what we'll do is we'll check the SKU, make sure everything's built right. We're going to test the trigger to make sure that it falls at the appropriate poundage. We're going to check for any cosmetic features. We're going to make sure that, and again, make sure that SKU is built out. And then we pack it up. We make sure our QC card is signed. We get the sticker in there. We make sure all your parts are in there, and you're ready to go.
There's always lots of cycling and trigger pulling too.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy. Okay, the next question, this isn't about me, is how do you ensure consistency? Ooh, how do you ensure consistency across every build? Good question.
Interesting. That's a really good one. So we do have a lot of jigs that we like to use to ensure that we're doing the same thing. A lot of our stuff is hand fit though, so it is going to be up to that certain gunsmith. All right, one thing as a gunsmith that I triple check no matter what, especially with our hammer fired guns, is going to be hammer follow and trigger weight. One of my favorite handguns to work on is going to be the 92. Really self-intuitive, just really easy. I feel like a real gunsmith whenever I work on it. My least favorite to work on, but my favorite gun to shoot is going to be the PX4.
We are here with Mitchell Booth, our product development manager. Mitchell, we have some really cool questions coming in. Are you ready to answer them?
Yes.
Okay. The first one is, how do you decide which ideas are worth building?
I think the fundamental thing that we do is look for a need that we've identified or that someone else has identified that we trust. So I think the heat shield is a really good example of that. We knew that your gun shouldn't burn you. That's a really good kind of baseline philosophical concept to have about guns. So we knew that that was a problem. We also knew that if you have a light and a pressure switch, that wire's got to go somewhere, and taping it is really not the best solution. So we have those two things that need to be fixed. How do we fix that? And that kind of drives the core principle that we're going to carry forward for the rest of the project. We are working on stuff, and it is fun, but that's all for right now. Hey, Ernest. What was the question again?
What is the trigger weight on the VP9 LTT?
Off the top of my head,
It's about 4 pounds.
it's about 4 pounds.
Christian, customer service. What is the most common question?
Ooh, should I go with the 92 or the PX4?
What's your answer?
PX4.
Yeah! If somebody calls and they say, does my gun have a trigger job? What's the answer?
It depends. Where did you get it?
Well, explain.
So if you got it from places like Palmetto State Armory, no, it did not. But if you got one from Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, one of our dealers, then it will have done.
That's the answer, guys. If it comes from us, we did the work.
Yes, we did.